Here's what Justin Trudeau had to say about Pierre Poilievre.
Buzzwords, dog whistles, and careless attacks don't add up to a plan for Canadians. Attacking the institutions that make our society fair, safe, and free is not responsible leadership. Telling people they can opt out of inflation by investing their savings in volatile cryptocurrencies is not responsible leadership. By the way, anyone who followed that advice would have seen their life savings destroyed. Fighting against vaccines that saved millions of lives, that's not responsible leadership. Opposing the support and investments that have helped save jobs, businesses, and families during the pandemic, that's not responsible leadership. Now, I heard Mr. Poilievre talking about how much we wasted on Canadians over the past couple of years. Let me be very clear. Being there for workers, for families, for seniors, for young people, for businesses, it was the right thing to do. It was the smart thing to do. Having Canadians back is something we will never back down from.
So who do you think is going to pay for this? Obviously Canadians. I need you guys to pay attention. The government has manufactured this and made you poor. And now they keep giving you handouts, making you dependent on them. And that's only if you vote them in. This helps to keep their agenda alive. If you are independent and wealthy on your own, it falls apart for them. That's not what they want. Trudeau says he wants to help Canadians. You know, the best way he can help Canadians is to allow them to be able to provide for their own family. That's helpful and it keeps their dignity intact, not needing government handouts. I made a video a couple weeks ago where I stated that Pierre Poilievre was polling high as Conservative leader, but he wasn't polling high across Canada as a whole. And now we're seeing the rhetoric come out where Canadians are really speaking out against Pierre Poilievre, calling him fake news. But he is good for Canada. The first step was to get him in as Conservative leader, and now he has to be very smart with his campaign to win over the rest of Canadians. They don't trust him yet. So I have a question to you guys. I'm very curious to see the ratio in my comments. Do you guys like Pierre? And if you don't, why is that? The first time I felt any hope for the country is when Pierre became Conservative leader. Let's just hope Pierre makes good on all of his promises, which broadly speaking is more money in Canadians' pockets and less handouts from the government. You guys know they don't love to keep conservative content up. In order for us to not get fully deplatformed, we have to diversify our content. So the link to my Rumble is in my bio in my link tree.
I have heard that you have shares in that company.
Can I answer that question?
Absolutely.
Can I look at you guys and
Absolutely.
say that? Can I hold your hand when I say
Absolutely.
that? I do not, darling. I really do not. And I am honest and I promise you.
I hope to God that's true because we want somebody to who we think. I hope you guys are who we think you are. And Pierre, the other question that I have for you that really concerns me is the picture of you and Bill Gates.
Right.
What was the certain, like, do you have affiliation with Bill Gates?
He came to Parliament Hill in 2014 or 15, and I shook his hand and had a picture with him.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I've taken pictures with people too before that I wouldn't take a picture with today.
Right.
And the other thing that I would like to know is how you feel about the World Health Organization being able to have control over what goes on here in Canada. People who are not elected, who have no affiliation with us here in Canada, as well as the World Economic Forum. Because as a Canadian, I don't want them involved in our country.
Right on.
Right.
That's right.
Right on.
So, nor do I. I'm against the World Economic Forum. I've never been to the Davos conference that the World Economic Forum puts on, and he'll have to explain why he went there and what he was doing there. But I did not go to that, and I would not go to it, nor will any of my ministers.
But there was a picture of you.
Where?
There was
the
no
World
picture.
Economic Forum.
No, there's no picture. His name was on the website, and we do not know why. We asked them why they put the name there. The only answer we got is that they published an article that he had published. We have
That I'd
no
written elsewhere.
affiliation.